So it's maybe
you're live. Hello, Dawn Hunters. We decided to come a little bit earlier, not like we have something to do here, right?
Right. Now that we are living the life of no videos.
No video schedule. Now we can go earlier, later.
Whenever. We're starting early. We're not really starting early. We just decided to turn this thing on. So hello, Beverly. Hello, John.
Hello, someone who said, "Did it think?" LOL. Very funny. Who? Me? Him?
The channel sunk.
The channel did
YouTube sunk. No. Been watching the comment, refraining from answering them.
Let me first say, before hello and all of that, if you guys want to ask us, so rusty, you know, if you want to ask a question in the chat so we can see it and we can answer it, you have to sign in your Google account. Without it, it's not possible to write in the chat. So,
hey, Canada, hello. Oh, yes.
Hello, Tom. Hello, Rudolph. Hello,
like
Jimbo Rides.
Lost Sailors.
Bernie. Hello, Bernie.
Wow. Hello, Bernie. We've been waiting for emails.
I've missed you both. Well, I'm glad you missed me too.
We've missed everything.
Yeah, we missed everybody too. It's an amazing that YouTube, aside from making the videos, actually brings the community of so alike.
Yeah, together, and then you're like, man, we like built everything up to a certain point, and just the way we live our lives, we're like either super hot, super cold. We don't do anything half-assed. So,
hello, Riley.
Hey, hi, Riley. You know, a lot of you guys have still been doing through the Telegram, so at least there's been a little communication. I mean, we've had people wondering if we split up, if we sunk, if we threw in the towel.
Hello, Tom. Hello, William.
All of our, well, we
Dave.
started. We didn't start yet officially. We're just hanging out here and decided rather than looking at each other and pacing the floor, we would just turn this screen on. So,
Beverly's asking, from your picture, your boat in the water.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is in the water. It is floating.
For now.
We covered something today that was a nice 2-inch hole, but luckily it was above the water line. So, no, boat went in.
Hello, team. Hello, Morris. Hello, Jimbo Rides. Hello, Tom Craddock. Been wondering about you too.
South Carolina. We even each had a glass of wine before this because we are so rusty. We haven't been doing videos. We haven't been doing really anything on this laptop. We've been doing a lot on the boat. Boats with an S. So,
so let's talk about, it's 8:58. Let's maybe.
Not yet.
Well, let's a little, how you say it? A little round up.
A little. Okay, you round up.
You round up. Like, what are we going to be talking today?
Oh, okay. So we should probably wait until we start.
All right. 1 minute. Hello, Chris. Hello, Barry. Hello, Para132. Hello, Chris. Hello, Tom. Hello, Renata. Only one glass. Yes. I had to finish his glass, so.
Hello from Brazil. Tudo bem? Falo português? Yes. Well, we won't speak about my multi-language skills.
No.
7 words in 14 languages. Mostly how to eat.
Hello, Gerald.
Hey, Gerald. Yeah, my other thing happened is that I unexpectedly, a scaffold plank system to the boat broke.
Oh, that was another one, yeah.
I fell in the water, bounced off the seawall, bounced off of Dawn Hunter, and naturally, phone's in my pocket. I'm not one that believes in backing up to the cloud. So I lost everybody's information, contacts, everything. Almost lost myself.
So if you do have his number and we're trying to reach him, then
Telegram here
somewhere. Yeah, he's just restoring his phone.
Email
so
works.
It's 9 p.m. So let's say hi to everybody. Officially.
All right.
Hello, officially to everybody. 90 people here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in after this 2 months of silence.
And for those of you new, I am Captain William.
And I'm Dr. Yana.
My beautiful wife, Yana. Yes, my wife, not
a daughter.
Not the daughter. Multiple times mistaken for. We are back after a small sabbatical, doing a live because we owe it to you people, our people that are both our subscribers. We hit 1 million views about, I don't know, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
And so, you know, we've had multiple conversations that we have had this goal all this while. And tonight we're going to kind of cover why we stopped for a while. And we're going to cover the trawler that we're still on now because we're cleaning it. It's for sale. It'll be somebody else's beautiful home and place of escape and adventure.
We'll talk a little bit about Dawn Hunter and where we are taking it first. And we will do a Q&A just like in the middle. You guys send your question in the chat and we're going to be answering them as we go.
So, yes, we had hit 70 videos, correct? I think you said.
Hmm?
We had
70 videos,
we had hit 70 videos. Plus we have another channel, All Things Boating, that had how many videos approximately?
I don't know.
20, 25?
How about that?
Anyway, like we were saying, we were working full-time in the boatyard, working on some hotel project, working on 3 boats, and being video producers, editors, etc., etc. Guess what was not happening? We were not getting anything done. We were posting videos. We were answering a lot of chats. We were trying to build a channel, and building a channel, guys, is like building a business. It's a lot of work, a lot of time if you're going to do it correctly. And so we had to decide which things we were going to start drawing some lines through. And naturally, if we don't get our boat out of Miami, we will go down in history as being the longest refit custom couple ever that existed. So, yes, we are on the Jefferson currently for this video and this live because the lighting, the camera, and everything else is set up here. We were going to do it on Dawn Hunter and said, you know what? We're not quite organized to have a bunch of glitches
yet.
So, I guess we start officially. And I guess the first thing that we should start off with is why we stopped doing videos. We were demonetized, as we had stated. We really didn't start this channel to make a living. We didn't start the channel to, you know, sail off into the sunset, get new boats, get a bunch of free stuff, and have advertisements. That wasn't our mission. Our mission was to kind of show someone what we were going to do for 6 months in the boatyard. Well, 1 year and 6 months has passed. And, but looking at the cost, the time, the energy, and the both of us, how we have to do something a certain way, we decided to start 2 years to do advertisement. They continue to utilize the channel. We still have people coming on board, but if we couldn't cover our bandwidth when we were traveling, then we didn't want to switch a chapter over of sailing and spearing fish and showing the normal island / sailboat life. Also, our demographics are interesting, that our age group is from age 45 to 90 in many, many countries. So a lot of the people that watch us do not have boats. Maybe we're living through our refit, and if you're doing a hobby, fixing a motorcycle, truck, house, car, whatever, it's kind of similar. So we're deciding what we're going to do when we're out sailing around 30 miles offshore. And being on the 100-foot catch phase gave it a wake-up call. We were going to do multiple parts of that. There were some situations on that boat that were pretty scary.
Yeah.
And so it was a very, very important wake-up call that if things aren't correct on your boat, you're not just jumping around the Bahamas or bouncing around from marina to marina. This is your home. All your valuables are on board, including your loved one, your wife, etc. So you've got to have things right. You can't be doing a lot of videos showing what should be done, and then because you spent 3 hours making the video, you might have forgotten a gasket or a washer, or you may have forgotten an important part. So refitting the boat at this stage had to be a priority. So
let me, John is asking why we were demonetized. We actually stopped on that in a lot of detail in the last live, so we're gonna stop right now.
We'll just do it quickly, right?
Go ahead.
So two things happened. One is we showed a pepper ball gun, and you can't show guns on YouTube. We also went ahead and looked at one of our videos, and you're not supposed to do that either. So there's no one to talk to. There's no way of changing it. You get demonetized for life. That means that they run ads. You don't get any money off of your advertisements, and you never have a chance to even bring that back. So either you start a whole new channel, or you're demonetized.
Yeah, starting a new channel is not really a solution either. We're not going to go into details. It's just there are multiple things why it's not possible anymore. So basically, the only one possible income to make from the channel is Patreon or being sponsored by brands. If to go about it would be YouTube for making money if you are demonetized. Okay, so Tom is saying that he's missing us. Chris is saying thank you for sharing your lives. Bernie's saying he's 81 and landlocked. Yassine, hi, I'm from Morocco. I wish you the best and a happy life.
Oh,
thank you so much.
Hey.
Chris is 38, got a boat, just glad it floats. we all are. And Riley saying more everything to another platform, or move everything to another platform. Unfortunately, right now there are no really alternatives. They're very small, and there are so few people that's really like not worth it unless it's like Instagram or TikTok, which is not our demographic right now. You got canceled. Wow. Yes, we were. So let's go move on to
Cambodia.
To the next. We 42.
Hello, and welcome. And the other thing that we started with the channel was to give technical talks, how-tos. We've done a lot of things to the boat that now we'll start testing. So that's probably where we're going to segue. We're going to ask what you guys want to see if we continue doing these videos, because we're not really into just saying, here's a spear gun, here's a bikini butt, not mine. So, you know, we kind of want to see what you guys want to see from us, and we'll take that into consideration. But we have solar, we have Victron, we have specialized lithium, we have lithium mixed with AGM. We put a lot of things on the boat that now we're starting to do trial runs with. We're going to take off with the boat. We're going to first head up to Maine. We're going to bounce up the coastline and kind of do a shakeout cruise with the boat. If something does go wrong, we're close.
Sailing Don Hunter crew. Hello, Tom. And
Hey.
John is saying that they bought a CT54. Did you buy it from Sailing Doodles?
Interesting.
Mike is saying we missed you. Even Trump moved to Rumble. Okay, good for him.
Yeah.
Bernie, thank goodness. Goodness. Tom, LOL.
Yeah, I didn't feel so bad because I've said multiple times if an acting president can get cut off, I guess we don't feel so bad, you know.
So I was gonna say something. You were saying about the questions.
Glasses.
Glasses of wine. I'm losing my thought process. So what he was saying, that we were thinking maybe to focus channel more on technical stuff and tech talks, more talking into the details of the systems on the boat, what we've learned during the refit, more to like off-grid life style and that kind of things. But we wanted to know what you guys want to see. Please let us know right in the chat so we kind of can make our educated decision.
Yes, yes, and the one reason for that is that to do a production like we have been doing, there's 3 hours of drone shots, there's 3 hours of tech shots, there's 6 hours of having a coffee. There's a lot of stage setup, and when we're out 30 miles offshore, you don't have a lot of stage setup options. And we're not really into, after working all my life, it's not really into going somewhere to make a video. So what we do have on board with the systems, the electric, the energy, things that we can be showing, whether you have a motorhome, whether you have a cabin in the Carolinas in the mountains, or whether you have a boat. There's a lot of things that we're working on to get you off the grid. If we ever hit mask time again, you have options where you don't have to lock yourself into your home or on a boat or somewhere. So we're kind of interested to see if that's of interest to you.
Yes, maybe if not right now, if you can leave us a comment, think about it. What would you also like to see if it's aside from our daily vlogs?
Yeah, yeah, it's because
and if absolutely not, tell us no.
So, it means you're gonna have more time of this amazing woman.
We will see.
So a couple more people here.
Sure. Let me go back. Tom SDH new channel name, LOL. Yes, Sailing Dawn Hunter. Morris, good luck to both of you. Hope to see you in Bermuda sometime. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's cool.
Paul, missed you guys. Paul? Paul? What kind of Paul?
Wow.
Missed you guys. Happy to see you again. We are happy to see you. Tech Wreck Diver. How's the electric boat?
Oh, excellent, actually. We threw it into a friend's car. They just bought a trawler. He wanted to go check out the trawlers, so we threw the motor in the trunk, inflatable dinghy in the back seat. Off he went. It's very handy for just taking when you need it. You don't have to gear up and get gas tanks and so forth. That will be something we'll be covering as we're using it as well in the future.
Tom is asking, how was the catch trip? I'm sure he's referring to Barcelona Explorer.
Yes, which is now a new name, but the boat did make it safe to its home port. It is in Costa Rica, and they are refitting and getting it prepared for private use, cruising, charter, etc. The boat trip was amazing. In a matter of 10 days, we almost sunk. One of the owners dove overboard in the middle of the night, and everyone had forgotten about him. We were 26 miles offshore with issues and problems. We spent 10 days getting the boat prepared to get all the way down to Panama, and another 15 days. So the trip was a hell of an experience. The boat was amazing, but you also learn real fast how things can go wrong.
Yeah. And
you've got to have the right equipment on board and the right people. You can have 10 really knowledgeable people, but if those 10 people have never sailed a 100-foot boat before, you kind of have 9 people on board. So anyway, it was great. I'm happy that we did it because we came back and we started doing things differently in our boat. A couple extra bilge pumps, a couple extra batteries that aren't connected to the normal system, solar dedicated to a bilge system. Because when you've got a 100-foot boat and you've got 4-inch line of water coming in, but you don't know where, it's not a fun time.
No.
At all. I mean, I was upside down. There's electrical things floating around, and all you're thinking about is how do you keep this thing from getting to the bottom of the water? So,
next is Joseph is asking, need any crew? Daniel saying, missed you guys. KK Pasiemo. I don't know what that means. Tom, 1 or 2 feet here, melting.
No, 1 or 2.
Oh, Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit, yeah.
I'm so used to Celsius. Manned M milling. More steel boat versus glass tech.
Yeah, we'll get a lot of that.
William Randall, I'm in New Hampshire and could meet you in Portsmouth or in Portland. It would be a privilege to buy some adult beverages. Jeffrey, thanks for coming back and letting everyone know we miss you all. We miss you guys. You do not know how. The community is amazing on here. Bernie, it's got to be fun and productive. If not, draw that line. Someone is saying AC on a small boat.
Yeah. How about AC on a big boat?
Barry, hello from Michigan. Hello, Barry.
Barry.
Glenn, I would think that what most users want is to find out how to get such a lovely partner as Ileana. Not my question, sorry.
That'll be an episode.
Chris is saying, I want to hear about the solar. Clay, hello, Clay. Missed you so much. We missed you too. My life hasn't been the same without you.
Oh.
There's a lot of.
Right.
So just a normal day sailing. On your way to Maine, will you stop in Newport? Congrats on thanking on your feed during the trip to Panama. Sending greetings from Murder Vineyard. Riley, if 1 is good, then 2 great and 12 is cheaper. Tom, you listening to me or you reading? So then I'm
doing both, so that way in the
so maybe you can be talking, so I'm reading.
Oh, is that what you want to do?
Yes.
All right, whatever you want to do. So, well, then we're going to talk over each other. Go. All right. I'll answer a couple questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, rebuilding the steel boat. We were going to take this live, an opportunity to kind of give a little bit of a background. We'll go quickly because I see some of the questions here.
I think there were questions, though, not for now, but like in generally for our channel.
Correct. Yes, for future.
Go ahead.
I'm having a coffee. Hindsight, just quickly, because we did splash the boat. Those of you that are here, we brought you all the way up to the splash, and then you didn't see the splash. The boat went in the water. We didn't have any leaks. All the holes we put in her actually didn't leak, and the holes that we closed didn't leak. We did have one sending unit that was dripping a little bit of water, and we were going to pull the boat back out again and then seal it up and put it back in. Well, what had happened is that the bronze nut on the spacer, after putting 5200, was not tight on the sensor. It was tight on the 5200. So a half turn, and the boat has been in the water for
a month and a half, a month of that, yeah.
And I keep going down in the bilge and keep wondering when that leak is going to start. But knock on wood, we have been doing everything we can do now on the water that will get us prepared to finish the rest of the things underway. So we've decided that whether it's done or not, we're going to leave, work on these systems, test them, get them done. We can do just as much on the boat when it's out at anchor as we can in a marina. So we've left the boatyard hard, hot, working to the water working. So yes, steel boats, condensation, many things will go through as steel boat owners. But I can tell you something is over 200 boats a month. I have seen a lot of boats get towed into the marina. I've seen a lot of rudders broken, a lot of keels knocked off, a lot of things that happen to the boats. I'm happy that we ground a lot of rust and we have steel, because at least I'm not going to be concerned about the same things that we would if we had fiberglass. Nothing wrong with fiberglass. I can easily weld, and I feel more secure now that we have had a year and a half of grinding on the boat. So when I'm down in the bilge and I'm hearing these clicking noises and thinking the damn thing's going to sink, I know it's a fish eating little fish off the side of the boat. So anyway.
Beverly Hall is asking, is the pilot top done yet?
William
is calling it wheelhouse.
Wheelhouse. Yes,
wheelhouse.
Well, I've built all the window frames out of solid teak. I've built all of the teak surrounding areas. The glass is ordered. We will put the windows in the boat, even if the glass is in here. and we'll have the glass meet us St. Augustine or somewhere. The solar is connected. The solar slide system works amazing. It's really nice that we slide it back and it shades us from the sun. Water collection works too good because when it's raining, the back of the boat is like a freaking monsoon. So I've got to get some hoses or something to redirect it because right now it's all falling on the back of us.
Mike is saying hi from UK. Hello, Mike.
Hello, Mike. Good morning in the UK.
Riley is asking, which would you prefer, paint the interior of the hull frames with paint or hot zinc spray?
Nothing. We prefer to see the bottom of the boat. It was painted beautiful. It was covered up. But when you do a good job of paint, water collects between the paint and the rusted surface or the paint and the steel. We have 400 series steel in the boat. So as long as you can see it and you dry it up, you're not going to have rust. You're not going to have problems. So one of the biggest issues is people were making it pretty and painted and covered. So we've left all the floorboards off. We've left the bare hull so that we can see what's going on. And we might elect to do something as time goes on. But the rest of the boat is covered with cork, and that's directly from the factory. So it's really from the water line down that we now have a visual on everything that's going on with the boat. And I did put an air dry system in so that when the bilge pump can't pump enough and the other 2 extra bilge pumps don't do enough, the air dry sucks up the balance. And I bought a new Milwaukee cordless, what is it, transfer pump. It's amazing. I mean, you can pull anything into a bucket in a very short period of time. What was the most important thing you learned and you would reconsider?
Paint job. Oh my God.
Go ahead. I'll let the master.
When we just started, I said we gotta change the color of the boat. I don't like it. I said I'll paint it myself. There's nothing difficult in that. What a disaster. Never again would I change the color of the boat. It was a bad idea. So much work.
It looks
so much
beautiful.
sanding. It looks beautiful, but it's not worth it. I feel like we did a good job because we had to remove that paint that was chipping off.
Yeah.
Anyway, that has to be done in between our rail.
Correct.
And how is it called?
Rub rails.
Rub rails, that was chipping off. So that has to be redone, but to change the color, no, never again.
Yeah, it was, that's another problem being perfectionists, is we wanted it nice. I sanded and sanded and sanded and sanded. I lived on it for months and months.
Until he fell.
And then lived again. No, to paint a 55-foot boat, you don't think the hull is very big from the rub rail to the keel until you're there with a little 5-inch and 6-inch sander. And you have to do it 10 times. No, so that was one of the things wouldn't do again.
No, never.
What are we happy that we did? That I'm really happy is that we went to solar and lithium and studying and researching. The generator is on the boat. It's not even hooked up. And maybe I'll hook it up along the way somewhere. But I've learned so much about, I put solar on oil rigs ages ago when it was really new technology. And it was extremely, the cost was unbelievable. Affordably, you can set up a system on your boat, which I'm going to cover in the future, and the generator should be a backup plan. Now you don't create noise, you don't create pollution, it's nice and quiet. So what I'm happy we did is I'm happy that we took the time to research what's going on and then adapt it. So
Beverly, find out how Dallas use of internet. They have a dough. Yes, they do, but you guys forget how many thousand subscribers they have and how many patrons they have that are paying for that internet. There are nothing free.
Yeah, that dome is by Viasat. I worked with Viasat a long time ago with military communications. It's an amazing system. It's expensive. If you're your boat and you're working in your boat and you're doing consulting or you're doing something, then yeah, it works. Now, if somebody wants to send me a Viasat dome, Larry or anyone else out there at Viasat that's listening, I'll put it on the boat and I'll make it dance, and we will have plenty of lives. But until that time, I'm not going to go find a Starbucks and beg for a coffee and maybe have internet. That's just not the way.
That's what Riley's suggesting, by the way.
Yeah, you know, and my wife as well, being the perfectionist that she is not going to be uploading and downloading Starbucks bandwidth. We had to get high speed. There's a lot of bandwidth exchange that takes place.
Yeah, it's not just uploading the video. It's also downloading the music, downloading content, going back and forth. I mean, researching keywords. Like sometimes you see guys titles that don't make sense. That reason because YouTube has an algorithm that promotes certain videos with certain thumbnails. All of that is research, time, internet required. Otherwise, you would not probably even ever find us.
Yeah, that's, and also here, yes, we will keep content. We're just going to start asking what type of content you guys would like to see as our demographics. What'd you do end up rigging for lightning protection? The lightning protection, we're pretty unique, is that we have a catch rig, dual masts that are electrically and mechanically welded and connected to the keel. We dissipate because the whole boat is metal. The whole boat is in water. What I did is make sure that I have quick disconnects, actually knife switch disconnects for the power, for the batteries, for certain systems, not a touch. And then also disconnecting radios. We have secondary systems, a secondary chart plotter, secondary items that are not connected. They're not even on the helm. So as far as lightning protection, on the hotels, we put a bunch of rods, a bunch of grounding rods. On boats, when it's metal, it's different than having something else. Let's see.
Also, John is saying we were going to buy from Doodles, but it didn't work out. So we bought a CT-54 on the West Coast. John, why are you not on Telegram?
What happened?
Yeah, what happened? Like you just removed yourself from WhatsApp and something just happened. By the way, I just wanted to make a short announcement that all of our patrons, please don't go anywhere yet. No one is charged. I stopped all the charges on Patreon, so you can just lay there dormant and still be on our chat, and until we start posting new videos, no one's going to be charged.
Yeah.
So no worries about that.
Okay, interaction.
Riley's saying, for me, it's chemistry between you and William that made me subscribe. Well, that is not going anywhere.
No, not at all. We have definitely maintained the chemistry. But you know what? It's amazing is the director telling the engineer actor that he has to stop welding so she can take a video, and he has to prepare to do something. And you know what? All the things that I really messed up, and a lot of them, are never when the camera's on. The scaffolding falls, the forklift rolls backwards, and I don't have it. You know, there's a lot of really, and I almost falling a scaffolding.
Yes. Tell that story.
Well, yeah, for you, those of you that just joined us.
Not the scaffolding. That we told the last time. The plank, yes.
You know, I set up a gangplank from the seawall to Dawn Hunter.
On that picture that you see on the thumbnail, that's how our boat located.
And the only way to secure it was to put a vice grip on a grounding rod so it wouldn't fall in the water. So I get up in the morning, get to the marina, go and check the boat, leave and go get my tape measure. I step back on the gangplank. The gangplank disappears. I drop in the water. I hit the seawall. Then I hit the boat. I go into the water, and then the plank falls down on top of me. I finally navigate to the side of the boat. I don't have a ladder yet on the boat. So I can't get out of the water. There's no steps anywhere. This is like super early in the morning. I always have a rope and a line hanging off the side. So I kind of climb up the line and I get on the seawall. I'm soaking wet. And one of the guys in the marina says, you know, what did you jump in the water for? Someone stole the vice grips. So in a matter of 5 minutes, someone took the vice grips. They thought they were just laying there or something.
Yeah, right. Laying there.
And so, you know, with everything that you do in boating, you know, you can climb a mast, you can be in a storm. It can be the dumbest thing. You could like
exactly. And he like calls me and he's like all wet, and I was terrified because I always expect him to do something wrong, but when the wrong happens, it's never what I've expected.
No, it's never. She's always screaming at me like, don't go in there, don't get on the forklift, it's nighttime, don't go near the boat. And it's bright, sunny in the morning. Exactly. And you know, I was waiting for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at this moment. And I said, you know, so anyway, enjoy boating. What I also wish we would have done is I wish we would have left earlier. And you know what? If the boat's raggedy and shit's falling off of it, I'll weld it then. We've had an amazing time. We've enjoyed Miami. We've taken the trawler many places. But, you know, neither of us, well, I'm not getting any younger. My wife is getting younger.
Align is saying any content is fine as long as there's plenty of Yana.
Naturally. I agree.
Bernie, don't do that. Don't do that to you. John, it's easier to explain on WhatsApp. Remember, his phone drowned, so there is no WhatsApp. Clay, I love this city. Oh, it's not to us, it's to John. Barry, get creative. You guys will do well. You're cute enough people. Cute enough people. They're very cute. By the way, I have here this, how you call it?
Cough drop.
Cough drop, because I'm still coughing a little bit. It's not like I'm just having a lollipop here.
Candy.
Tom, does Ileana screw up words when you're trying to explain stuff? Yeah, just like you screwed up my name right now. My name is Yana. Joke from Yana.
Very rare. No, we have the best time laughing because there's some pronunciation, even with the same word, and the pronunciation is different. And I'm looking at her and I'm trying. And luckily, working in so many countries for so many years, I can generally put things together. But now I'm saying whiskey instead of whiskey. And I'm saying let's go for a visit instead of a visit.
Yeah, you know, how it always happens. I'm saying to him some word, and he looks at me. He's like, "Huh," and I'm repeating the word, and he's like, "Ah, that." And to me, he just repeats what I said 10 times right now, and I'm like, "Hello, you didn't understand what I just said? You're saying the same thing to me." But
no, I've got to tell you something. That when we were first dating and we pulled over at a gas station, I'm putting gas in, and Yana was going in, and she said, "Do you want anything?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Grab me a Three Musketeers and a Coke." When I drive, I like Three Musketeers. So I get in the car, and she jumps back in the car, and she puts the Cokes down, and she lays down Three Musketeers. And I looked, and I busted out laughing, and she says, "What the hell's so funny?" I said, "You got 3 candy bars." She said, "You said Three Musketeers." So that's the kind of shit that happens that, you know, and then we're living in Latino land. We don't live in the USA. In Miami, if you don't speak Spanish, you don't get anything. So you have to go to Spanish. Ileana is speaking Russian Spanish for her cappuccino.
And William is speaking his...
My suave Spanish.
That's really a little bit.
Oh, do you have a
Clay,
comment?
what happened to you guys? Why did you stop the videos, the live chats? I missed it. Yes, you did miss it. We just explained that 15 minutes ago. Why? Well, because why?
Why do we really stop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we stopped because A, we were demonetized. B, we were spending so much time making videos, we weren't getting our boat done. And we said, you know what, let's get the boat done, and then we can go back to videos again. And again, because we do things 100%, We're like, we're not going to do these little 1 minute. Hi guys, we're going to show something next Tuesday. So we did the live because so many people were worried about us. They were wondering which jail they should be sending files to, and all kinds of comments. So here we are, because we have missed everyone. And so let's go.
Clay is asking, did you sell the other boat yet?
No.
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 It's for sale.
It's for sale officially now. And it has been amazing. You can see a lot of episodes with the boat in it from previous episodes. And, you know, many times when we would fire up the trawler and go out and anchor for 5 days, I would be sitting out there saying, why the hell we buy a boat that we're having to spend a year fix? We have a boat that you just push the button and go.
And honestly, when you guys asked what I would not do again during that refit, it was my idea and my asks, right? How you say it? My desire to buy Don Hunter. William was fine with this boat, with Jefferson. And I said, no, it has to have sails. It's not, no. And the more we were refitting the Dawn Hunter, and the more we were spending time on anchor with this boat, the more I realized how great this boat is. And then even I compare now the rooms and the space and the things. I'm like, you know, that boat is really great. I love it. But this boat was not any worse than that one. So would I go back with all the knowledge now? I just probably say, you know what? Let's just take this boat to Bahamas and have a great time there instead of like sitting 1 year and a half in the boatyard trying to make that one beautiful. And this one is already beautiful.
You know, when you're married with someone for a while, that it moves a little bit. Now I'm sitting here saying I'm so happy I bought the Motorsailer because I can actually go wherever the hell I want. I'm not stuck to any land anywhere, and I have a freaking tank. So it's funny is that now we both kind of look that trawler would have been okay. You can Google Jefferson 48 for sale, and it'll come up on multiple places. But we no longer are using a brokerage to save you guys money. Someone that'd be interested in it?
Yes, someone. Yeah, I just saw Clay's asking, is it listed on Yacht World or?
It's on Yacht World. It's on Boat Trader. Yeah, it's on a whole bunch of places.
It's everywhere.
But yeah, it'll be direct. I've got a broker friend that can assist.
Send us an email or yeah.
But and you get on the episode.
It's also on Craigslist.
Yes, it is now on Craigslist.
It's on Craigslist.
Craigslist Miami. Yes, Craigslist Miami. Missed you guys. Happy to see you.
Bill, wow, you are alive. Didn't know. Oh, reconnecting. Hey guys, do you see us or how is the connections? Didn't know there was to be a live chat. We didn't know either. Aloha and mahalo from the big island of Hawaii. Oh, that's cool.
Very nice.
Hello.
All right.
Just build up content and slowly let it out, Tom is saying.
We have a lot of content built.
Yeah, someone has to edit it. Someone. John. Carrot. John, boat looks great. Love the crow's nest. Is it listed on Yacht World or missed you guys? Missed you all. Happy to see you again, Christopher. Aline, well done, guys. Your boat is looking great from New Zealand. It even looks. Will not forgive you.
That's right. We can't move around much.
No, we can't.
We're remembering.
Good little clipping.
All right. You're a little clipping, or the video's a little clipping. The other thing is that we covered a little bit, but
go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah. We have decided that before we make our long journey trip, we're going to go up along the coast. Wherever we go, however far we go, and come back down again so we can check things out, test them out. Because the last thing I want to do is have something be a problem and us be near Panama. Because then costs our vessel is not a normal boat. It was built in Europe, built in Holland by the refit. And for instance, the water pump on the boat is the same as on a tug. The shaft is all metric. The boat, you just can't go to Sailor Man or go to West Marine and pick up a part. You have to either fabricate something custom. So as always, a boat's going to break, and the job that we have is to keep it floating and keep it moving. So we're going to very shortly. We just finished the anchoring system. I finished the anchoring system today. Tested it a couple of times, ran the chain in and out. We got the air conditioning hooked up yesterday. And so we're down to the final systems. We're not going to be using air naturally on our way, but we've also learned from experience, we're better off to do things here in Miami, the boat capital of the world, where we can get parts and pieces economically. Because a lot of things that I bought at Sailor Man or used or swapped.
Yeah, if you didn't know, William is the king of used stuff.
We wouldn't be able to get it. We'd have to wait for it to be shipped in. The cost would be exorbitant. It would make bandwidth look cheap. And you know, we're leaving on a tight budget. Maybe we can dance for food. We sure can't live on our fishing skills.
Barry's saying you are cute as ever.
Must be talking to you.
No.
Even my
Thank you,
yeah,
Barry.
thank you, Barry. Are you talking because I didn't shave? I look like an old man in the sea already. I'm practicing to be a sailor.
Mike has been wondering what we were up to. Glad to see you doing good. Thank you, Mike. Stop by Golden Isles Marina, Paracane, Brunswick, Georgia.
You know, I've got to pause for a minute and say there's 154 people here. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us.
Thank you so much.
I thought, you know, the first live we did, we sat here and looked at each other. There was one person waiting.
Yeah, we were like, oh,
it was us. we logged in on another device and we're like, what are we doing here?
So how many people arrived on the first one? 20 people, I think.
20 people.
20 people were on the first
on our first live. And today we're driving along. We said, you know, we've been out of this for so long. We're probably not going to have many people. But thank you all for sticking with us.
Thank you guys so much.
And it's why we're here. I mean, we're not here to support YouTube.
Tom is saying we are family. Yes, we are.
So, and we're going to let people kind of know where we're going to be at.
Yeah.
But the other thing that we did not want to do is I do not want to have to look for a marina to upload a video, to download a music, to look at the birds, go to the next port. That to me, that's not sailing. You know, it's like when you shoot pool for money. It's fun. You join a league, it's no more fun. So I didn't want to have our adventures lose the fun and not enjoy my amazing wife and enjoy the time that we've both worked for. So
Barry's saying hit the like. Yes, hit the like if you find me or William cute.
No, cute.
Well,
that's hard. At least I don't have people asking to see me in a thong anymore. That's that I miss, you know.
Tie you anchor to the dock and load test it, Alan is saying.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, the anchor was a 65-pound, then it was a 75-pound. Now it's an 88. That's the small one. And I have a larger one for storm anchor. I cut the complete windlass off 2 weeks ago, redesigned and re-welded it to the deck because I did not like the way that it was secured. Now, if we have a problem with the anchor and the windlass, we're in deep shit.
Yeah.
Because that means we've got about 50 tons of steel. Nothing's going anywhere. Just joined your patron.
Dreamtime Sale. Hello, guys.
Bob.
Hi, yes. From Down Under. Bob just joined you. Patreon got to keep you to afloat. Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Remember to go to not Patreon, to Telegram chat.
Yes, yeah. I still post things on Telegram. Today I was posting things about the solar panels. I posted a quick walk around the boat. The pilot house is sanded and all in primer. It looks like a battleship.
Yeah, it looks pretty scary actually.
And there's dust and dirt all over again in the brand new paint. But
all the very best for your future from Dave. Thank you so much, Dave. John, right on. Barry, hit the like. I already got it. I will stick.
I'll stick with you guys as long as you keep on.
Thank
going.
you guys for the pictures from Australia. Need win in my sales. Oh, can you please remind me what your draw is? What is draw?
Oh, the draft is 5'7". The boat was built for the Bahamas. The keel is.
It was 4'6".
Yeah, that's what we were told.
Yes, I'm
It's
pretty
5'7".
sure. Really?
Yes.
Liars.
Yes. No, just sell the boat. No.
Sell the boat.
The bottom of the keel is solid 6-inch by 6-inch steel. I mean solid. It's not a tube. The rudder is protected and the keel is protected by the skeg. And then the balance of the keel that isn't steel is filled with oil. So the CG, the center of gravity, is low based on the weight below the water, and then you take motor and all the other items. I was very careful on what I added on top that I added below, and that's why I even redirected the anchor chain. It was up in the anchor chain locker. I built a 3-inch diameter hawse pipe, so now the anchor chain, all 300 foot of stainless anchor chain, is sitting all the way on the bottom of the boat above the bow thruster. And then we have another 150 foot of chain that is sitting on top of that. So we've got a shallow draft. The sail plan is designed to stabilize the boat. We'll see how well that works when we're out bouncing around. Yes, I'll buy Champagne Lady if you stick a mast and boom on it and make her a Motorsailer. Don't ask me to do something like that. We're already putting a mast, a catch setup on the Durbeck that you saw.
Let me say hello to Phil. Hello, strangers. Hello. It is Cecilia really missed you. We missed you too, Phil. You are not showing up on our Telegram much. Spankings. Spankings. Thank you so much for your support. And Baba Stump is asking, so if you ever do full sail, you wouldn't really heal much at all.
Correct. And I'm going to do an episode on this because I did a lot of research and studying, bought a lot of books on power boating, motor sailing. The boat is 55 foot. It's around 50 ton. The mast setup and sail plan is built to motor sail. That means that you idle at 800 RPM. The 24-inch diameter prop is matching the water speed. The boat doesn't heel. I mean, the boat maybe has a 2 degree. We do have 500 gallons of fuel on each side, port and starboard, with transfer pumps that I can transfer the fuel to adjust ballast, and it has 1,000 gallons of water. Those tanks also have dividers. So I can ballast the boat based on what we're doing. But no, this is a fat old girl. Her name was Grotemite.
Grotemite, fat lady,
fat
big lady
in Dutch. So she's a big fat boat, but she is so heavy and so sturdy that the little waves are going to be puffs.
Yeah, like John is saying, their CT54 is 6.6 a draft.
Yeah, it's the draft is shallow because the owner has an island in the Abacos, and he's got to get to the island and had to get to the island frequently. So they made up for the draft by adding solid steel to the keel and keep on adding and adding steel until the boat had the correct sail plan to match the catch rig setup. And that's what I've maintained. I've been very careful in the pilot house and wheelhouse, I should say, not to change gravity. See you both. Missed you a lot. How are you typing?
Well, because you're talking, so I can type.
Well, her keyboard, the B doesn't work, the I doesn't work. There's about 3 keys. She knows to hammer them 6 times. I was trying to say hello, Beverly, and I kept on saying hello, Everly. So I give up. I mean, this is kind of like our life.
Hey, this is editing on a budget.
Yes.
64 Aqualife. Wow, so happy to see you both. We are happy to see you too. Missed you a lot. I'm joining Patreon because I don't want you to disappear again. That is a smart choice. Please. I just typed that the link to our Patreon is below the video. No one is charged until the new episodes are produced.
Oh, so this is the time to be a patron, right?
This is the time. Yes, no one is charged.
Everyone's
happy dance.
but
I think it charges you when you subscribe, like $5.
Oh yeah, you have to pay $5 just to get in the club.
No one is subscribed after. No one is paying until we produce anything.
But I'll tell you what, if we keep getting more patrons, I'm gonna feel pretty damn guilty, and we're gonna start making videos again.
Well, someone has to edit them.
Hello, 163 people.
Yes.
Welcome from around the globe.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
You know,
it's amazing.
I'm kind of pissed that we're doing this because now how can I go on not making more content?
You'll forget tomorrow.
You know, a lot of people also send private messages that have encountered us at the marina. I've helped 2 people buy boats. I helped one guy change his life, and I say change his life because he doesn't even know yet the life change. He's never owned a boat before. He has actually gotten himself a trawler. It's going to come to the yard, and he wants to put masts on it. But
we can't say what is it, can we?
No.
Okay.
But he's never had a boat, and now he has sold everything he has. He sold his business. He's still doing consulting. So, you know, it's pretty cool that what we did is we converted a lot of people to BOATLIFE, join our crazy lifestyle, and
Tom is saying, "Wow, gang, we made him feel guilty." Actually, he has a pretty soft heart. It's pretty easy,
actually. I've had 2 questions there. What I'll do is I'll cover them. Is that the consulting business has been quite well, actually. It's been consulting people on how to give everything up, live on rice and beans, and
Riley's saying Patreon would help with a new keyboard.
No.
Very unlikely.
So yeah, I'm still doing consulting. That's one of the things I'm looking at doing abroad, which then would allow us to kind of have. But you know, I've got to be in a position is that when you're laying in a hospital bed looking at that white light, all the work that you've done in your life is not going to change. All the times you missed birthdays and all the times that you didn't have that extra piece of cheese or glass of wine. And, you know, I don't want to sound like I'm falling apart. I talked to my dad yesterday. He's 88 years old. He fell off a ladder last month, broke his leg in 2 places. He has already healed miraculously, and they want to do surgery. And he said, why? And they said, well, you might walk with a limp. And my dad is like, I'm 88. If I walk with a limp, maybe I'm going to get more girls. I don't know. So the point of it is that, you know, boating is about boating and living the life away from things. And that's what we get into fast, or we're going to be, you know, I'm going to die with the best looking boat.
Perfecting it like so many people do, actually.
An engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joan, I signed on late, but I'm so glad to hear all is well and that y'all back. Cheers. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Richie, missed you guys. Yorktown, VA. What is VA? Virginia. Like I'm supposed to know. Clay, how you consult business ago? And you just answered. 53 of you don't like. Barry, I don't know what that means.
No.
Oleg, Russian name. Hello from Germany.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oleg. Yeah.
Tom, you might forget, but you two are very inspiring to new boaters. You make it look worth it.
Oh yeah, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
You know what? We're both coughing. We've got lungs probably black from all of the boat soot. And
John is saying he'll work for us. I'm a rope access LEV2, have 20-year experience in oil and gas.
Oh yes.
We're taking you.
Listen, I miss the oil rigs. I miss the offshore rig life. This is about as close as I can get. I can stand in my steel boat and pretend that it's a rig, maybe. But
Dale saying glad to see you back. Kinda. Joan, I'll work. Phil, go ahead and charge me. It's okay. No, as I said, he would feel guilty. If you need the money to produce new programs, like I said, We really enjoy your company. Really miss seeing you. Keep going. Keep teaching us and teasing us. Teasing us.
Hi from
You little
Oklahoma.
teaser.
Actually, I had a boat on Lake Texoma for quite a while, so I'm very
Hello,
familiar
Roy.
with Oklahoma. Roy?
MV Infinity 500. It's not just new boaters, they inspire. And Yana easy on the eyes. I thought it's William. Hello from John Malabo, West Africa.
Oh,
That's where his guest, I think, is from.
yes, yes, I think so. Hello, West Africa.
Well, tell us what else
Oh,
we
wait,
can answer.
What part of West Africa? Okay, here we go.
And Mozambique.
In Mozambique. Okay, all right. I did a lot of work in Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire, Angola, a lot of it. And that's where we were going to sail because I've got a lot of friends in Sierra Leone, very, very dear friends. But we decided that the boat wants to go the other direction. It wants to go to Tahiti. It wants to go to Malaysia. The boat wants to go the other way. It's already come from Europe. And so been a subscriber for a while, but I don't
Can't do better right now. Work on cruise ships and haven't worked on 16 months. Going back to work. Yeah, it's actually, we can see all the cruise ship business right here in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. They all been just stopped, sitting without any movement. COVID just killed business.
I'm so happy I got back to work.
Yeah.
I mean, people that love the water. I've even watched a lot of cruisers that can't go places because of them being locked out of places. And it's good because experiencing this, it's why I went with double the lithium, double the solar. I did buy a used water maker only because I want to modify it a little bit and re-engineer it. We have an amazing water collection system. If it sprinkles, we've got water. So because of COVID, I have re-engineered things for us to stay away longer. And if someone says, hey, you can't check in, we'll take our little electric dinghy, sneak in, pick a bunch of grapefruits, and get back to the boat. So
we're kind of going close to our list of things we wanted to cover with you guys. So if you do have other questions, write in that little chat.
Yeah, through Wisconsin, Larry.
Hello, Larry. Hello.
See more sailing, Bluewater.
City, we need to see more sailing, Bluewater and tattoos. Well,
1 of 3 is what you get.
You English is getting better. Who's Williams?
Yes, Clay, I agree with you 100%. I won't go into it because you're not supposed to talk about religion or politics. Well, you're not supposed to talk about sex, but you know what? I'll deal with one. But if I start my feelings on politics, then I'm going to get beat up by my wife.
Yes.
Because she agrees with me, but she doesn't want to broadcast it.
Come on, guys, put that like and a question in the thing. So
where do you go from here? What's the future? Let's cover that again. The future is within under a month, we are going to take off. We're probably going to have to pull a barge behind for all of our tools and welders and stuff. We're going to head up the East Coast of the States, bounce in when we want, when we don't want to. We're going to check out the off-the-grid systems. Our mission is to see how far we can stay away from land, away from Starbucks, away from internet. And even tonight, we were talking about how strange it's going to be because we just look at each other and say, hey, let's go get a coffee. And boom, we go get a coffee. Now we have a coffee machine on board.
Now it's going to be, hey, Yana, how about you make a coffee?
Yes. And she'll be in the crow's nest saying, I'm looking for land. So, but, the same with electric on a boat. Electric get home, regeneration, power. I'm really hooked on this off-the-grid living. And whether it's a boat, a cabin. So, yeah, we're going to go up the coast. If everything's okay, we'll come back down the coast.
What do you mean if everything works okay?
Well,
it better be working okay.
See, after a year and a half, positive boat life. And
Phil, you teasing is when you're going to splash. We keep going from months to months. Wait, Phil, because you joined later. We are splashed.
We yeah, we did the big splash.
We splashed.
We actually, I said to Ileana, I said, where's the drone? She said, screw that. She says, I want to watch the boat go in water. I says, we're not going to have any video. She said, I want to watch the boat go in the water. So, and naturally, after a year and a half, everybody in the boatyard, they were down doing this, you know, they couldn't believe the boat went in the water. And it didn't come out of the water. It didn't sink.
Yes.
Most, I would say 1 out of every 5 boats that go in the water has to come back out for a couple of days because of a leak, seacock, something wrong. The boat went in the water. It was just fine. I started the engine up, the motor up, I guess about 6 hours later. Everything worked fine. We put it in gear. The transmission worked. The shaft worked. And so, you know, it was really non-eventful, except that we shared the moment together and said, damn, it's in the water. Now we have to get going.
And Rick is asking, when will we get a tour of the boat?
Oh, that's going to be one of these. That's going to be one of these.
Soon.
Yeah, yeah. You know what we're going to do is we're going to take that video tour and then we'll maybe release it in a couple of parts.
Yeah, no, we will do a tour once we're gonna remove all those tools away and make it more like livable and
yeah,
clean.
and, I mean this week the pilot house is going to be painted. The rail down bottom line is all done, and so it'll be tour worthy pretty damn soon. And the way it is when we leave.
And Dreamtime Sail is saying, live every day to the max, guys. We went full-time cruising 10 years ago, and now know we should have done it way earlier. Dreamtime Sail, by the way, guys, have their own channel. So from 10 years cruisers, you can check them out. And you already been demonetized? Yes, we've been demonetized. The boat looks great, but what is the letter of the port side used for?
What is this?
The boat looks great, but what is the letter on the port side used for? Clay, what boat are you asking about? Are you asking about the Jefferson or are you asking about Don Hunter? Where's we have side letter?
Left side, it has to either port or starboard. I don't know what left side is.
Mr. Boat terms.
Depends whether you're the front looking back or the back looking forward. What was right, but what is the ladder on the port side you said? Well, I have a passerelle on the back of the boat because in many anchorages, the boat with its length, you have to stern in.
Your boat, Don Hunter.
Yeah, that's a passerelle. You have to stern in, and when you stern in, you have no way to get off the back of the boat. So the passerelle is a item that unfolds and then gets us to the dock or somewhere near enough to get on and off the boat. So,
see, Clay, I'd call it a ladder too.
Oh, the thumbnail picture. Okay. Yeah, it's up on an angle right now in between the dinghy davit mounts. Oh yeah, we also have a dinghy for sale, a 12-foot center console dinghy. It's an amazing, beautiful boat. Too nice. I wanted a boat that is aluminum and beat up and ragtag so we can drag parts and pieces and bikes and things back and forth. So we bought a 12-year-old dinghy that's got aluminum hull, and that will be our ABB. That'll be our transportation. So the center console is too nice to go and tie up and bounce on the rocks somewhere. So that also
we were looking for how you call it, Whaley.
Yeah, we were going to get the Wally or Whaley, which is the complete thermal-formed boat. But then looking at and talking to people, it's very heavy. And I wanted a boat also that if Ileana takes ashore, she can drag it up onto the sand on her own.
Ileana can drag anything.
I'm reading my book, remember? So, thumbnail, okay. Sniff, sniff, crack, I got here soon. Hello, Phil. And
well, we also kind of didn't notify anyone like we usually schedule 1 week prior. This time we by the way, hello everyone, 171 people.
Yes. Hello. What marina are you in? We'll be in Florida next week. You know, we've been bouncing around now because we've been testing. So when it's not pouring rain, we go out on the boat. no, wait. When it's not pouring rain, we work on the boat. When it's pouring rain and crappy out, we go on the boat to check it out and make sure it's okay. So the most important is right now when we can go, we go.
Yeah, send us an email, John.
Yeah. And
Phil, sadly, I'm not getting your notices for the Telegram.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's strange.
What are you doing, Phil? Are you like one of those, hidden people waiting for 007 to come out or what? Hi from New Zealand. Good morning.
Hello, Mike. PK. What is PK?
Where is
PK? John, yeah, like a PK. Paka paka?
Peekaboo? I don't know.
Oh, okay. I think he also needs a new keyboard.
PK. Well, nice. Remember, people that are coming and going here, we've got 172 folks. Hello, everyone. Remember to write comments about what you would like to see from us.
Yes, please write for our future content because we are revising our channel.
Well, we're going to revamp the way we're doing it because
reinvent ourselves.
Yes, yeah. We're going from boatyard rats and welding junkies to working on your boat to get it from A to B. And if you guys want to see that, it's going to be more narrative. Naturally, we're not going to be bouncing all over the place and on forklifts. We're not going to be swinging from scaffolds. We're not dragging all that with us. We're going to have 50
By the way, Clay is asking, what did you do with all the workshop tools?
Come on, Clay. I'm taking them all with us. Drill press, welder. No, what I did is I made a short list, and the tools that are coming along with us is definitely the Miller welder, a couple tanks of argon, acetylene, oxygen. Those will be stored in the very front so that we don't use them for propulsion.
You know where very front is.
As far away as possible. No, I'm taking a lot of the tools and gear along with us so that I can help people along the way. I can work on things along the way, and I can keep our boat going along the way. I'm also going to continue to show Ileana how to weld, and I want to be like the Emerald Steel. I want to sit back and have my coffee and read my book, and Ileana's going to be out there with that welding helmet.
Have you guys, if some of you don't know about the Emerald Steel, you guys must check them out. That's the most authentic channel out there.
They're great. That's this.
But you have to start with their first video where they tell their story.
Yeah, it's a very interesting and
inspiring.
It's very inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's a lot of very inspiring channels. Truth be known, I studied YouTube when we started this because I didn't know a lot about it other than music videos or watching something. And I've studied it a lot. And then I studied what happens when you get demonetized. And I studied that it can happen to people that are making $1 a month. It's happening to people that are making $30,000 a month. You don't know what time and what moment they decide they don't want you anymore. And as that's not a very good and a very wise business investment.
Roy's saying, looking forward to see your boat and how it looks now. Well, you can see on the thumbnail.
Yeah, great channel. Jules is unique.
Clay, yes.
Yeah, I want to lay and get a massage from Ileana.
What's her name?
I don't know. Someone has to help me with it.
Well,
Super Lady.
Super Lady. She is just one Super Lady. Ileana is not her. Oh, look how many comments we got.
Hey,
D-Tone Vista. Yes, we have watched you work on the boat and it has been a great learning how to build a boat. So I want to see your sailing adventures. Hope to full sailor from Scottsdale.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Ray from Birmingham, UK. Look forward to seeing more of the boat.
Good morning also, Ray.
Good to hear from you. Had our vessel out for 18 months. Oh, like us. Everything worked out fine. Do your own thing. Warm regards from Australia. Rodney. Fook YouTube, yes.
Fook.
Boatery and me been watching Emerald Steel since they started their channel. Like you guys are good fuck. Barry, just life your life. Make the best content. Susie.
Yes.
Susie!
Yes. Sorry,
Susie.
Sorry,
Yes.
because we
She's not here.
Well, she might watch this. So
Tom, mobile floating marine repair shop. Just need a dental chair for those isolated yachties and you're all set.
A dental chair for me.
Dreamers. Clay, now I understand why you stopped.
Yes.
Yes.
Back to the shop and the tools. Yes, there are a lot of tools. Most of the buddies and guys and family that we made the boatyard Hurricane Cove Marina has been outstanding and amazing. I mean, it became, and there's family. So when I said that the chop saw is for sale and the items are and so forth, a lot of things we donated. A lot of things are going to other people in the boatyard. We're going to take the essentials that are made for boating and everything that's possibly battery powered is coming aboard because again, we're going to try and live off of solar and lithium and use the generator only if needed. So I'm actually working on a solar charger for Milwaukee Tools. There's a lot of solar ideas I have. And we're going to try running an air conditioner in the
air conditioning on solar.
In the master only.
John is saying, I need to straighten a few things out with Patreon because stop taking dollars for your channel from my bank. And I thought that was because you guys quit or something. It wasn't me. John, you probably just joined us. I've explained prior. It me. It was my fault. We decided that it's not fair to charge you guys
when we weren't making content.
When we're not making content. So I stopped all the billing for our patrons starting, I think, June. And I should say that too. So unless we will start producing more content and more videos, no one going to be charged. So if you're new and you just subscribe, Patreon charges you the fee in the beginning of your level.
So you can join.
So you can join, but then we stop the billing until we produce new content. But if you join now, you still can go to our Telegram chat where William is still actively posting what's going on.
Yeah, so anyone on Patreon, I do the Telegram chat. I take pictures, I answer questions. Riley knows that sometimes we have this dialogue going at 1 in the morning about everything from chemistry lessons to
while
to
I'm sleeping. Yeah, so John, it's all fine. It's just for now, it's just stopped until we produce new content. Thank you for being our supporter. Carlos, hello from Chile. Great videos. Congrats. Thank you so much, Carl. Barry, it's a deal, Larry. LOL. John, looking forward to seeing the boat in action. Looking forward to seeing the two of you out sailing.
Yes, we are too.
Tom, is he feeling guilty? Hey, I don't know. Are you feeling guilty? Very guilty. Riley, wouldn't this be considered new content? This no.
Gotta love Riley.
No, not really. This is a lie.
It's done. I'll buy a boat and anchor next to you. You won't need any tools. That's Clay, you know.
Do you have good tools?
Hey, you know, hey.
Oh, he doesn't need tools. Oh, okay.
Good tools? Leave his tools alone.
No, that kind of tools. Oh my God.
You know, there are 2 boats that I know of that are, well, our trawler is for sale. And hopefully there's a couple or someone that love boating that would like to buy the trawler. I mean, I'd even consider, and we've talked about it, we even consider owner financing. The trawler needs a good home and a good set of owners. Husband and wife team, amazing family. So the trawler, the 48 trawler that we're on, it doesn't need anything except a lot of love, like every boat, cleaning on the outside. But mechanically, she's amazing. There's also a couple of other boats that I know of that are a lot of work and a lot of fixing, but they're available. So, you know, I heard the other day that whether you paid $5,000 for a boat or whether you paid $1 million for a boat, as long as you don't try and show off what you have, the boating community, to me, is just like the motorcycle community. If you ride up on 2 wheels, you're a biker. And it doesn't matter what you have. And then both the same. So, you know, if you've always dreamed about getting a boat, there's plenty of places to even anchor the thing. So, you know, research it. We will be releasing some things about how to buy a boat unconventionally, using Craigslist, using eBay, using different ways.
Yeah,
So-
these videos are already, by the way, on All Things Boating, so you can look them there too.
Yeah, which is another channel that we are on, that we started doing different technical and product talks. It's called All Things Boating.
Yeah, we don't know yet if we're gonna keep that one or what we're gonna do, but we'll see. Why not change the site name slightly so we can get the monitoring going? You can link this channel to the new one. No, Tom, it's not that easy, unfortunately. Believe me, Russian hackers and American engineers looked all possible ways. There is no easy way about this, and it's all just temporary, really.
Yeah, if you use them and it's the same DNS or the same IPS, bang, you're gone again. So, what we've decided is that, I mean, sorry, we're using YouTube. It's a great platform. People use it a lot. I don't care about being demonetized. Happy days. Now I can show what I want. I can do what I want. And I don't have to worry about one day being demonetized. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue, but we're going to offer services. We're going to offer technical information. And maybe our Patreon group will grow enough. And you know what? I'm sorry. Thank you, YouTube. We're here because of you. But, I'm not here to grow somebody else's company that doesn't care.
Well, they still will, though, because they're still going to run the ads on our video.
They'll still run ads on our video.
We're just not going to get the revenue.
Right. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped. I kind of got this attitude like, well, screw off, But then I didn't really think about all the people that are saying, are you okay doing? Hey, we didn't hear from you. So it really isn't about YouTube. It's about the 170
Yeah, it's about you
people
guys,
here.
yes. I'd consider Champagne Lady without the mast and boom, but the Russian girlfriend would be nice. Well, if you buy Champagne Lady, maybe you will find a present in the bilge.
Yeah, we did definitely decide that if we wanted to have a Russian exchange dating service.
Not all the Russians as nice as I am.
Well, be careful. You know what they always say? What you see on YouTube, don't always believe.
It's a lie. I work most of the day inside my boat in South GA. I don't know what's GA. With AC on, it was nice. You will love AC.
South
We love
Georgia.
AC.
Yeah, we got it. We had it on today, and I was kissing the floor because, well, I hauled about 5 gallons of water off the boat because it was taking the humidity out and without AC. So all of that teak, everything on the boat, all the cork, everything has got to kind of reacclimate itself. But
Mika is saying algorithm is shit. We agree. Clayton, hi. Hello, Clayton.
Russian hackers.
LMAO. Yeah, that's what I said. What do you think of GH37? What is that?
I've got to look that up. I don't know what GH37. Tell me what that is. It's a 37 foot of something.
Yes.
But, yes, that's a boat type.
That's it for now.
Yeah, we won't get into Al. Clayton. Clayton, hello.
Hello, I said.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. Well, we have been here for an hour and 23 minutes. If somebody's got additional questions.
If any other questions, write them now.
Shoot them over here now. Do keep us.
So what are we this on? Like, when are we producing new content? When are you feeling guilty enough to?
Oh, Grand Harbor. Okay, I get you, Grand Harbor. I'm going to look that up and shoot me an email.
Well, he's on Telegram.
I know, but from what I've seen, some Telegram isn't really working correctly. So
it's not working correctly because he drowned his phone. That's why it's not working correctly. He's typing a lot of times from my phone, by the way.
Fine. Great Harbor. Got you. Yes, time always flies by.
Really enjoyed following you. Well, we're not going anywhere. Like, don't make it like we're saying bye to us.
Yes, we just aren't going to be as frequent. But
yes, for now.
The whole adventure is kind of what I'd like to wrap up on. Is we started out doing this as a joke. I didn't know anything about YouTube. I sure didn't know anything about content. Ileana, I'm an expert in engineering and electronics and solar. Ileana is truly an expert in keywords, video editing, production, marketing. And so the two of us said, hey, let's shoot a couple videos. And I look at the first couple that we did. Wow.
They're pretty bad.
they are insane. And when I have comments from people saying, can you stop screaming in the microphone? How about you buy a microphone? I'm like, wow, we were horrible. And we thought we were so good, you know, but I think everybody does when they start YouTube. We evolved into a growing family. We've met people. I've had people drive into the yard, get out of their car and say, you don't know me, but I had to come say hello. And one of the men got out and he came with a cane and walked over and he said, my boating days are over, so I boat through you guys. So yeah, it's kind of built people. We made some very good friends that have looked us up that actually live right in Miami or Florida. We have a Randy 1 and a Randy 2. We haven't heard from Randy 2 in a while, but he pops up every once in a while. So YouTube evolved into
a community,
a family, a platform. And so that's kind of why we're asking what you guys, Moose and Squirrel, what you guys would like to see from us. Not saying we're going to do it, but you know, your input is going to kind of guide us. So,
Ileana, hello, Steve. Thank God you popped up. I love your channel, and we were hoping to see you again. Well, you are right now. Please say Moose and Squirrel.
Moose and
there you
Squirrel.
Go, Moose and Squirrel.
And with the delay, that's probably interesting. We need.
Yes. So to wrap up, please let us know in the comments what you would like us to do, so we can make a decision what we're going to be doing with this channel, with this adventure. And consider subscribing to our Patreon, because that's what's going to keep this channel going as we are demonetized. And you can see our updates on Telegram, and none of our patrons right now are charged unless we start producing content again.
Right. And we will be offering, I've got an amazing lithium battery design and setup for 12 and 24. We'll be introducing that and doing designs with solar, lithium, outfitting boats the correct way, not getting every nickel out of some kind of piece of electronics that if it goes poof, you can't toast your bread. So, you know, you can always email, and an email we can answer, we can communicate, and it just may be less frequently because we're not always on bandwidth. But thank you, everyone that's been here.
Thank you so much. I'm just going to say goodbye to everyone who texted. From White Rock, Tom, good night. Good night, Tom. Thank you, guys. Clay, good night. Don Hunter family, good night. Clay, Para, message retracted. Something bad. Bernie, it works for me. Thank you so much. 64 Aqualife, I'm in. Looking forward to many more. Thank you so much. Ed, I visited Saratov in 2013. It was wonderful. Did you live anywhere near? Yes, Saratov actually is nearby my city, which is called Voronezh. And I've been to Saratov when I was studying dentistry on some dental conference once. It's an industrial city. Not quite interesting. Better visit Moscow, St. Petersburg, or something like in a gold chain of Russia. But if you like Saratov, you're going to like all the rest for sure. Thanks for this, and look forward to Para. Roy, I'll ask questions later. It's just good that you're back on. Thank you so much, Roy. Rick, glad you're safe and well. Searched a few times and couldn't find you. Yes, because we were not posting anything. Be safe and looking forward to new content. Much love to you and more. Much love to you and more to you, beautiful wife. Me. Yeah. Thank you so much, Rick. John, I guess we need a microphone too. Yes, if you guys are doing channel, for sure you need a mic. We might be selling one. Wayne, great to see you guys again. Thanks for the inspiration. But a still 40-year-old, 31. Need to see more on solar and electric. Phil, good night. Stay safe. Love you, two nuts. Good night, Phil. AFG3RD. Fair winds and following seas. Blessing to you both. Same to
All
you.
right.
Thank you, John. Yes.
I'll keep saying thank you.
So,
All right. In closing, 48-foot trawler. In closing, 48-foot trawler, Paracat, 310 horsepower, 3208s, generator, everything, air, water, da 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 da. Also have a 12-foot center console dinghy with a 30 horsepower motor. Get them while you can. So,
great advertising.
yes. So, and we will be putting the link to the Champagne Lady to the trawler
On
down,
Craigslist.
and it's also in Craigslist. If you type in
Jefferson
48, it'll pop up. And look for it on the other videos, because if you look at our past videos, every time we went out on the weekend on anchor, it was on that trawler. So, all right.
Thank you guys so much. Klaus, Ola, Alian, Tom, MV Infinity, John,
Uma
Phil,
Valga,
everyone. Thank you so much.
Rio de Janeiro.
Goodbye.
Ciao. Goodbye.
Ciao. Thank you so much again, guys. Bye.
Good night.